Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm for Classic and welcome to BenchART. So today is my birthday and it's also the day that Stalker 2 got released, which is one of my favorite series ever. I did enjoy a lot the first one, but I knew that I wasn't going to be able to play this game on the GTX 1650 Super, mostly because of VRAM, and basically this video confirms it all. I mean, I'm playing at 1080p using the low settings and using FSR on its quality mode. And despite the game can run smoothly at 40 frames per second or high 30s, the issue is the game is always running out of memory and you get these 5 frames per second moments always happening. As you can see on the MS Afterburner on the left corner, the 4 gigabytes of VRAM is full and also the 16 gigs of RAM is nearly full. So probably if you have 32 gigabytes of RAM, you can get away a little bit from these incidents that does happen with the frame rate. But I think the main issue is really the fact that we don't have enough VRAM. The game clearly specifies that the minimum is the 1060, but the 1060 with 6 gigabytes of VRAM. And clearly we don't have enough memory to power up the game. And as you can see, this is another of those moments where I do get 5 frames per second. Then it just recovers to 30s and we are fine for this moment. But this keeps happening and basically I just give up of playing the game. Let me tell you something, the game looks really good at low settings. I just watched a little bit. This is just basically the beginning of the game. And there was a cutscene at the beginning, there was other moments where you interact with other characters, and the visuals are really good at low settings. I could play the game like this with no issues whatsoever. Although, what I can't really play is with 5 frames per second. It's basically unplayable like this. It's a memory issue, alright? Many people might say, oh, it's the game optimization and everything, but I mean, it's clearly specified that the game needs a minimum of 6 gigabytes of VRAM, and it's not the first game that we get these minimum requirements. It's not the first game that we have these type of issues. So Stalker 2, as expected, is a demanding game, and so it does require 6 gigabytes of VRAM as minimum, which the 1650 Super doesn't have. So yeah, I would suggest to upgrade if you want to play this game. It doesn't necessarily need to be a very strong GPU in my opinion, because the whole settings looks pretty good. But of course, if you want to have a more refined visuals, like median settings or something like that, you really need to invest a lot to have that level of performance. So I think that's all that I want to talk about the Stalker 2 on the GTX 1650 Super. I mean, there isn't really too much to say. The performance is, well, what it is. Who knows? There might be patches that might come along and might solve a little bit of the VRAM limitations, but I won't really bet on that. I mean, like I said, they are targeting 6 gigabytes of GPUs as minimum, and even if I reduce the FSR to its performance mode, uh, it doesn't really solve. I mean, look at this, 7 frames per second. We are clearly out of memory. So guys, that's it. Thank you a lot for watching, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.